Okay, so I'm back in London. I've got to go to an art exhibition this evening, and I thought I'd try and get a few shots in on the way. I've got some Fomapan 200, which I'm doing. I tested out an experiment where I was going to process it, and I found that I really love the type of style I got from the actual film, process it in that way. So I'm going to keep that a secret till the end, and when you see the photographs, you'll see. But this is really a thank you to the people who have bought me a coffee already, and they've bought me some film, they've bought me this Fomapan, and they've bought me some Ilford Delta 3200, which I've almost finished. I've been using it mainly on railway stations and tube stations over the past few days, and that's been in my Canon EOS 100, and now I'm just literally working with the Olympus again. So we're going to get out and take the photographs now and see what we can get. But I'm by King's Cross again. I took some photographs up here a few weeks ago by the gasometers, and I've got a few hours to burn, and I've got about an hour or so left of good sunlight. So anyway, hope you enjoy. The thing I love about Fomapan is it's so inexpensive, and that's why I enjoy just being able to fire off shots and not have to worry about the expense. Where if I was using something like Svema or if I was using something like Fuji Across 2, you're paying 13 or 14 pounds a roll, and I can't afford to do that and just literally fire away loads of shots. Whereas I can be really creative with Fomapan and just not worry about having to stop and think long period of time before I take a shot. I've got to come back to this place with some colour film. I've got quite a lot at the moment. I've got some Cairo 400, I've got some Fuji 100 speed film, and I've also got three Agfa colour films which are expired by about 3 years, and I got them really cheaply. So I think I'm going to come down and take some more shots in colour at some point. But I'm going to continue wandering around. I want to try and save some of the photographs for tonight, so I want to take some black and whites actually at the exhibition if I can. It's my friend's exhibition and client, so I think it should be okay. And there's a couple of people I know who are going to be there I'd love to take some black and white photographs of. So I've got some amazing light with the sun starting to go down now, and I've taken a few photographs of this building here from a different angle, and I won't take one from here because you can see the crane in the background and it looks awful. But other than that, it'd be quite a nice shot, I'd have thought, from where I'm standing now. I've also done some of the gasometers. You can see the light reflecting off the buildings there. It looks fantastic. So I've got a few shots that I think are really interesting, and the process I use will probably make the film quite contrasty. Well, from my test before it did, and I'm hoping that it'll be the same again. The last time I was using the Olympus trip, just trying out having some fun. So I hopefully get some really cool shots. So I'm on my way back towards St Pancras station, and I was followed by security for some bizarre reason when I went up to them. And I said, "Are you following me?" And he says, "Oh, you're nothing special." I said, "I'm not interested in that. Why are you following me?" And I see these videos online where people go up and antagonise security people. I wasn't even doing that, yet I still got followed. And it's like, what is the harm of someone taking pictures with a camera, especially a film camera at that? And it kind of really upset me, really annoyed me that he was blatantly following me, blatantly looking at me constantly when I was doing my different shots and stuff. So what are your thoughts? Have you had someone have problems with security and stuff, and following you around? It was very disconcerting. Okay, so I wanted to start with probably the worst photograph I took on the day. It was at my friend's exhibition. This is her in the photograph, and the exposure was out, and I think that's a huge problem with developing this way and doing what I did, but it just happened to be like that. There was two shots I took at the exhibition, that one and that one. I didn't have much chance to do anything else, so they're actually not that good, but the outside shots that I took, I'm very pleased with. So I'm going to take you through a few of those now, the ones I told you I was taking and talking about when I was there. And so we'll start at this end. And I was actually sat here when I was talking One of the things I did notice is you can't really tell any difference in the shades in these windows, although they are different colours and quite distinctively different colours. But the actual contrast is really, really good. I like the bricks. I like the blacks in the downpipes. I just really like the shades that this film and development process I use gives me. So I'm going to show you just a few more. This is one of my favourite shots. I know this has got the cranes in the background, but I don't think that's necessarily a problem. Where I was talking about it earlier on, I was further over to the other side, to the left, and just one crane sticking out like that. It looks a bit weird, but when you zoom in, it's like, yeah, it's grainy. Look at the actual contrast on this, though. You go from the real deep blacks to the lovely strong whites. It's just, I mean, to me, it's delightful. And I found a really, really cheap film that I can process in a particular way that's going to give me results that I really, really like. It is grainy, but that's not a problem to me. And another one from another angle of the same area. And this is the gasometers. And look at the tonal range you've got in the gasometers here. It just looks, to me, it looks really, really fantastic. The photograph's a bit busy, but I wanted to get this guy walking. I was waiting for someone to come walking along, and the guy sat there. Is it a lady? I don't know. Sat there on their mobile phone. And this is looking across the canal to where I was going. I don't know what this area is called. I think it's something to do. It's called King's Cross something or other, but I don't really remember the actual area. And there was this little van here selling ice cream and sorbets in November. Yeah. Anyway, and just next to that, there was a couple standing, and I just couldn't resist taking this shot of them. It's not brilliant, but and I'm not a street photographer by any means, so I thought I'd take that. And then I was interested in this kind of like seesaw type thing with a black and a white over the top of this pub. And it's all right. It's not probably my best photographs. And again, someone standing with a mobile phone going into a building. Again, not one of my favourite photographs, but there are a couple that I just absolutely adore, and I'll show you that now. This one, I'm just so pleased with it. The tonal range across the building, the light on the barges, the light on the actual bushes here, I just absolutely love it. Now, I know it's going to look different to you because I'm looking on where I'm actually talking about, the area that's being recorded, and then I've got the monitor on the left hand side, and they do look different. They do look quite different. But and this area here on the recording monitor looks really, really quite overexposed, but it's not. Okay, so there's that one, and there's another one of the barges. Again, the light was really, really bizarre. It was a really orange light, and it was kind of unusual, and kind of the way it lit the bricks was kind of strange as well. Another one that I really liked was this one, and you've got all that depth there of the deep blacks going into the greys and into the whites. Yeah, I really love it. Now for the reveal of what I did. As you can probably tell, it's Fomapan Creative 200, and it's been push processed to 400 and developed in Rodinal, and that's all it was. But it's giving me some results that I truly, truly love, and I think it's a process I'm going to use quite often when I'm using this film, because it gives a nice result. It's probably not the sharpest film, it's probably not the most grain-free film, but it gives a tonal range that I really like. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Don't forget about buying me a coffee if you can. That would be really great. Helps me get some film, and I can do some more experimental stuff. Thanks.